It's time to talk anime.
Onward.
Welcome to Brandon Discuss Anime. Is that what we're calling it, guys?
Brandon's Discuss Anime. This is a good thing.
Yes, I am Brandon H. and the main guy, founder of Reckless Amoeba Productions. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yay! Woo! Yay! Good.
Boo.
And with me is...
Other Brandon. Yay, I am here too. I'm a thing. I exist.
Yep.
Maybe.
He also knows anime.
Yay!
And in the background is our good friend Andrew, who knows nothing about anime as of this moment. We will teach him over the next few weeks. Well, not next few weeks, because that's our premise. Talk to him about anime and have him react. So, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, everybody. I'm doing good, and I'm here, ready to learn, ready to hear about anime and all the creepy, weird things involved from the Japanese, who are all a bunch of weird, interesting, but somewhat demented people.
Okay. And you know next to nothing about anime, but you have seen Akira, some Dragon Ball Z, Cowboy Bebop, anything else?
I've basically seen the anime that you should see as a normal person, but not as like a weirdo freak who's into it way too much like you two are. I've just seen all the...
Ouch.
It's not a bad thing. You know, I'm more of a jack of all trades type of guy, but therefore master of none. But that also does mean I have a girlfriend. But okay, so moving on.
Who is my sister?
Oh, wow.
Who might be with us when we do a certain Miyazaki movie in April. And that's all I'm going to leave it at.
Oh, it's a mystery Miyazaki movie.
Yes. And I've seen some anime, not a whole lot, and Brandon's been helping me out, introducing me to series, and I'm like, these seem good. Brandon's seen a whole lot more than me, right?
Oh, so he's the nerd.
Yes, I'm the nerd. I shall be your resident nerd and anime teacher. Thank you. Though I will say this, I am not as large as other people.
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoy my genres. Certain ones, not so much.
Like one of our guests, who I'm hoping to get on, he has seen roughly 1,600 anime. So hopefully he will help us out on stuff that none of us know.
We're also discussing what exactly defines seeing an anime. Within the terminology of having seen that many. Because technically, he counts each season of a show as a series, which is technically true from the over there crazy way they do it. But
from certain perspective, yes. Like take the series of Pokemon, for example, which is one we talked about earlier. Like, yes, it's technically a different series, even though it focuses on the same main character. Or we could actually look at other series like, say, Digimon, where they literally scrub all of the characters and restart the world.
No, we're not going to look at Digimon.
Yeah, and there are probably some series out there, like Attack on Titan or Dragon Ball Z, that has multiple seasons, but they're probably not classified on anime websites as their own separate series.
Right.
They should not be.
Yeah.
As it's the same continuing story.
And before we begin, I know it's a day ago for us, and probably when it comes out online, it's going to probably be like 2 weeks ago, but did you guys see the hot dog eating contest on Coney Island?
Oh, we're not
did
talking about the 4th of July or fireworks. We're talking about hot dog eating contest. I saw updates on it. He beat his record. Go Joey Chestnut.
72 hot dogs, 10 minutes.
And beautiful man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The man's a monster.
He's better than George Washington.
The funny thing is, he didn't look as sick as he did last year. Because last year, after eating 70, Joey Chestnut looked like he was literally going to die. This year, he was like, yeah, A72, big whoop.
That probably means he's like just closer to death and has just accepted his fate more.
Either that or he's been training on the corner.
Yeah, he's either in better condition or far, far worse condition. He's certainly not in good condition right now, I can imagine.
Yeah. But, okay, since we are talking about anime, today we will be heading back to high school. Cromartie High School. So, Andrew, Cromartie High School, what do you think of?
Well, I immediately think of Marty McFly from Back to the Future, and or I think that this is some sort of weird, like part soap opera. If I know the Japanese, which I don't, but I know a little bit, it's some sort of weird, almost soap opera starring teenagers in high school that's way too dramatic. But that's probably not what those words probably mean something completely different.
Okay, let me just tell you, it's a comedy.
This is about racing. This is about car racing, isn't it? It's not, there's no...
It's a comedy about high school.
Okay.
Do you want to rethink about that?
All right, so it's a comedy about high school. It's not an overdramatic, people dying and crying girls thing. It's... Okay, but so it's a comedy. There's totally naked chicks, right?
No.
Okay, that's impressive, Japanese. Normally, I think if they're trying to get laughs, they're just going to show big-breasted naked girls, and you're not going to know what age they are. But you know they're not, you know.
I mean, you're going to want another genre for that, but sure, that does happen in other animes.
So this is just straight comedy. There's no
more or less
straight comedy would be an awkward way to put it, because this series is interesting.
Is there gay stuff?
What?
That'd be cool. Is there gay stuff?
No.
Is it like yaoi stuff? Is it like a 2-week in Craig?
Okay. Do you want the brief description on it?
All right, let's go with the lowdown on it.
Okay, this is based on a manga translated into English as Forging Valiantly Ahead, Cromartie High School. It was written by Eiji Nonaka. It ran from February 1st, 2001 to May 2006 in Weekly Shonen Magazine. So
wait, was his name Edgy?
Yes, Edgy, E-G-I, J-I,
Okay.
Edgy.
Someone should tell him he didn't spell that right.
E-J-I.
It could literally just be pronounced EG, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I always heard it pronounced as edgy because
it sounds cooler.
Jumping topics here. Kamen Rider O's, the main guy's name was Edgy, and that's how I heard it pronounced when I watched that show. Maybe we'll get into Kamen Rider sometime, but that's a different story. Cromartie High School tells the lives of Takashi Kamiyama and his friends in a school filled with badasses. Badasses like a robot, a gorilla, and a very stoic man who may or may not be Freddie Mercury.
All right, there it is. That's the Japanese part. That's what made it Japanese.
Yes, a movie was made of it.
Freddie Mercury.
What?
Does he sing?
There is an episode where he sings, but there's music over it. But he has no voice actor in the anime.
Essentially, you never hear him talk.
Yes. A movie was made of this in 2005, which I never saw except a few clips online. It's a live-action movie. And according to Wikipedia, Edgy told the director of the film he didn't care what happened as long as it was set to his style of like zany shenanigans, and he could do whatever he wanted. Because of this, not wanting to give himself a biased view, the director went in completely blind on the movie. So he didn't know what he was going to be directing. So the scriptwriter was like, "Hey, I'm going to write the script. You just direct it." And
I can only imagine how badly that goes.
There is an alien attack in it. Yes.
I mean, I've seen an episode of the series where there's literally aliens at the school.
Well,
yeah. And
it's the Japanese. Like, they can do anything. They're their own genre. It's like, what can I put in this? It's like, are you kidding me? We're Japanese. You can put anything in this.
What can't you put in this?
Name something they couldn't put in this show. They have Freddie Mercury in this show.
In the manga, there's also a American character who never talks called Mr. Mercury. He also looks like Freddie Mercury.
Wait, so is there like a cloned facility of Freddie Mercury's?
I don't know.
That's the subtext.
Yeah, but this takes heavy influence from, excuse me, 80s music in the titles of the episodes, and even the anime, even the box art for the DVD covers are one of my DVD covers is literally the Bohemian Rhapsody 4-man arms cross pose. And just a little side note before we get into your thoughts, one part of the manga that isn't covered in the anime, since Edgy loves Western music so much, is... I'm mixing things up here, but there is the 4 Great Ones of Cromartie. This group of 5 people, I'll just let that sink in, the 4 Great Ones, there is 5 people. They all have their faces painted like KISS members, and a Japanese wrestler named the Great Muta. And one part of the manga that didn't get covered in the anime is why Takashi went to Cromartie in the first place. It's because he could be with his friend who saved him from a group of thugs. Said friend, however, was too dumb to get accepted into the entrance exam.
Drama.
Yes, so your thoughts on it?
So is it like, are there drama parts, or is it just totally goofy comedy thing?
Insane comedy.
Insane comedy.
There is a bit of drama here and there, but it's laced very heavily with the comedy.
Like, there is a subplot about them trying to get to Koshien, which is this big, huge baseball tournament for all Japanese high schools, which is a real thing. It's like, being a Koshien is like the World Series for junior high baseball.
Is that where South Park goes at the end of that one episode? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Where they're playing...
I do not remember that episode.
They're playing...
Yeah, me neither.
They're playing Little League and they don't like it, but the parents are all... It's the one where Stan's father fights all the fathers, and he makes it all about being drunk and fighting
with the Rocky theme.
Stands.
That one sounds familiar, yeah.
Theme, like, you're the best around.
And he takes
Copyright
on
strike.
Well, man, we don't want one of those. Why you got to tempt it like that?
Yeah, they'll be like, I'm sorry, it sounded exactly like the recording. It just was obviously not just one of you singing. Brandon's just that good.
Look, man, don't tempt them. They'll figure out a way.
I mean, not that he's... I mean, I'm kind of better. You're the best around. No one's ever good. You know, I mean, if we're showing off.
If you guys don't see the rest of this episode, you know exactly why.
But then they wouldn't...
These 2 idiots have just caused us to lose this channel.
No one knows or cares about that song.
You're right. That's why they have robots doing this shit.
And speaking about robot, the robot does not acknowledge he is a robot. He thinks he is human. Everybody else around him believes he's human. Takashi and his like best friend at the school realize he is a robot, but can never bring it up to him.
So he looks totally human?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. He's literally just a cylinder.
Well, I mean, as much as I like that, I do hate and fear robots. And that just seems like a whole bowl of trouble. A robot that...
It could be worse. I mean, his little brother functions as a phone.
Well, then he knows what we're all saying. He's listening into this right now. We don't want that. We don't want people listening to what we're saying right now.
Well, maybe you should talk to the NSA about that.
Him on the Skype chat.
NASA? Oh.
That is Mechazawa right there.
Oh, right. Let me push a button here. Pushing a button. I'm in the wrong browser. I need to go to Skype to look at the image that Brandon just sent. That people in the chat thing won't see. Not the chat, it's I'm trying to look and I can't think at the same time. And pressing buttons, and there we go. Oh, it's a cylinder.
Yes.
Wow, that's pixelated.
Yeah.
That makes me think of the Bad Robot logo.
Yeah, but he believes he's human.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Though, I mean, I like that for the show. As a person, if I saw a robot like that who insinuated he was a person and didn't think he was a robot, I would destroy him as quickly and mercilessly as possible.
Yeah, but...
No offense to him.
Yeah, but the thing is, there is one...
I hate his kind.
There's one episode where it's like school checkup day, and the doctor goes like, I can't check you, I can't check you fully. I don't have the right equipment. So he sends him to a mechanic, to some electronics repair shop, and Mechazawa's getting all mad, like, that doctor's insane. Why is he sending me here?
Can't send him to Radio Shack.
Would you like to further question these things?
No, I frankly, actually, I guess kind of the goal of this is to present it in a way that seems, presentable, and
I would think appealing toward an audience.
Yeah,
specifically you in this case.
This appeals to me. Freddie Mercury, crazy robots. I like that. That's an A+ thumbs up. King of New York, #1 sauce, steak sauce.
Yeah,
good stuff.
And there's also
not that I've seen it.
Yeah, and there's also just all these weird side characters, like a guy with a detachable mohawk.
That's a thing.
Yes.
I can...
Look, alright, I didn't see that episode or anything. I watched the first 13 seasons just so the audience knows this.
It's funny.
Episodes. I'm sorry. Each episode is a season, please. But no, that is one of the episodes I did not see. So I'm going to assume that he can throw this mohawk as some kind of boomerang.
No.
Jeez, you should be writing for this show. When you say detachable mohawk, though, it just makes me think, shouldn't all mohawks be detachable? That's a good idea. Because, you don't always...
Start talking Guardians of the Galaxy, because, that's a thing.
Exactly.
No, Hayashida's mohawk is more like a wig, and he can take it off, and he has, normal hair underneath it.
Okay. Well, is there, some sort of button application here? Is it glue? Velcro?
There's an eject button on the back of his skull.
Yeah, how is this? Is it a convertible? Tucks into his neck?
No.
Convertible mohawk?
He can just take off. It's like a bald cap with a mohawk on it.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's less exciting.
What's interesting, though? The movie Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro has a mohawk in that?
No.
That's actually... Well, of the
I've
movie.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, just say yes.
I know that.
It's the one where he... There we go. I'm going to sample that.
Get inserted at the worst points.
Oh, I have so many questions to ask now.
Yes.
But that's the one where he points the gun at the thing, and he's this crazy guy. And he's like, "You talking to me? You talking to me?"
Oh, that movie.
Well, and In that movie, he has a mohawk, and believe it or not, it's a fake mohawk.
Oh, really?
It is a bald cap with a mohawk, and it looks very real, and it is not. It's amazing. That's one of those things where it's like the movie seems so like almost like guerrilla, like done in the streets, kind of on the fly thing, and it's like, oh, and then he shaved his head, and it's like, no, they spent thousands of dollars to make that, like, because they still had scenes to shoot of him with hair, so they couldn't do that. Had to.
I mean, doesn't like the general production of movies take that into account and film things,
right?
You know, in a weird order.
You'd think it'd be easier to film that scene later and have him shave his head than to spend money and have a wig made. But that would be logical, and that's not Hollywood.
But all I'm thinking about now is Samurai Cop, the really bad action movie. But the guy has a mullet-ish hair in the movie, and then he was told, okay, we're done, you can cut your hair now, because he didn't really like having a mullet. But then they're like, oh my god, some scenes didn't turn out the way we wanted, you need to come back. And the guy's like, I cut my hair already. So they give him a really bad and noticeable wig to wear.
Yep. And that stuff,
I mean, at that point, that's just a mistake in the end.
Oh, I just love bad movies.
Well, and see, it's the thing, like, that happens in Samurai Cop, but that happened in that new Fantastic Four movie that was terrible.
Oh, really?
There were tons of reshoots.
Oh, you mean the movie I refused to watch because I knew it would be terrible because Fox was handling it?
Fan-for-tastic or whatever.
Oh, God.
That one she had...
Fan-for-astic is more like it.
Yeah.
Oh, he said the butt word. Yep. But there's shots with her with a terrible wig on in that. That's like just terrible. And on another side of that, though, there's a movie, The Last Starfighter, where part of the story is because there's always that thing in movies where the character goes off to another planet and they're doing all this crazy stuff, and their family's never like, oh, where's Brandon? He kind of just disappeared. I'm sure he's on some wacky adventure. That's how it usually goes in movies. But for this one, they had a decoy. They have this robot decoy of him take over and like fill in for him. But so that was an interesting part of the movie, that after they shot the film, they were like, hey, that's really interesting, can we do more scenes with the decoy? So they had to bring the guy back, and the guy was really sick and they needed to give him a wig, but so it didn't really look like him. But then he's supposed to be a decoy, so it kind of worked that he was sick and his hair didn't look right, and it's part of what makes that movie really good. It's like one of those things. It's like they kind of screwed up with how his hair looks bad and his face looks bad, but it fits with the storyline of the movie and him being a robot decoy. Good film.
Happy accidents.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking about decoys, in Cromartie, there is a character, Takanushi, who's the motion sickness guy, Brandon.
Oh, God, this guy. The guy who, like, every time he's introduced in an episode has to say his own name and introduce himself to the audience.
He's like the leader of the first-year students, which I actually found out the Japanese high school actually goes 10th, 11th, 12th, so they're all in 10th grade. Yeah, but the thing is, in the manga, he goes on a trip to America, and I forget if this is mentioned in the anime, but an airplane hijacker gets accidentally confused for him, even though he's like a man in his early 40s with a like ski mask, with a white ski mask on. Everybody's like, hey, it's Mask Takanuchi. Oh.
No, that's in there.
Okay.
I saw that episode. Where Takanuchi somehow is in America. He doesn't even know how the hell he's going to get back home. And one of the hijackers, for some reason, didn't go with him at this point and took his place in the high school.
For some reason. That's my favorite reason.
Like there's literally a point where he like starts giving a speech to the other students to not be assholes.
That's a good speech.
Like, and he's like talking about how he was imprisoned in like Mexico for years for a crime he didn't commit. And they're like, wait, you're supposed to be 16. How are you in Mexico and under arrest? And nobody's like legitimate. Like, one person asks it and nobody questions it.
That's where most of the humor comes from. Like, all these wacky situations happening, but nobody questioning anything.
So is it mainly about the side characters, or like, how many main characters?
It's all over the place. It seems like you've got like two major characters. And that would be God, I forget his first. What's his name again? Tell me.
Takashi Kamiyama and Shinjiro Hayashida.
Yeah, those two. Those two are literally your main characters, and then everything revolving around them and the people they interact with is essentially your episodes.
There was literally one episode about nicknames. Like, oh, well, I'm this nickname. Well, I'm called this nickname. I'm Fireball Junior. Like, hey, over there, you guy. What's your nickname? I don't have a nickname. You don't have a nickname. You suck. Loser.
That makes me think it's C-Lab 2021. Just the episode where they're talking about having robot bodies. I don't know why, but that makes me think of that.
Do you have any other questions, Andrew?
No. Where could somebody watch this show if they so desire? Is it on Netflix or Hulu or internet?
I have it on
download
DVD.
Illegal?
Way back from the 2000.
Borrow it from Brandon, anybody?
2006, 2007 thin edition box set. So,
06, 07.
So here's the physical versions. If you guys actually want to check out the series, you can look it up online. You'll find it. That's what I did.
Is it on
Or you can pay lots of money. Lots of legal tender.
It is. I have no idea if it's on Crunchyroll. I did not find it on. Like, I found it on an off-brand site, so anybody can find it.
You can watch shows on Crunchyrolls now? That sounds delicious.
It is on Crunchy.
No. You're watching it. You're watching it on a Crunchyroll. You're not watching it while eating a Crunchyroll. I'm sorry.
All right, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, be careful. You might get some oil soaked into your jeans.
Understood.
And
I'll take the risk.
And I'm just checking now, and I cannot find it on Crunchyroll. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough. But you can get the box set on Amazon. I believe it's still on there.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Yep, the complete collection. It's on there, and yep, that's the same one I.
What is the complete collection?
Ooh,
like how many seasons? How many episodes?
It appears
26 episodes,
and it appears to be out of print now. The DVD.
Oh damn!
Yeah, they don't continue making those things forever.
So you got a collector's item.
Kind of.
You're rich.
Probably. Depends on how much people want it.
Well, I mean, once this
Otherwise, your price
comes
is not going to go much higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have a new purpose for this episode. We need to make people buy this in droves so that it drives the price up, and Brandon becomes rich somehow. I'm not sure on step 3 there. I think I have step 1 and 2 though.
You have step 1, 2, 4 is profit. 3 is just kind of question marks all over the place.
Exactly. Yeah, 4-step plan. Not sure about step 3, but step 4, we're in the cash. That's the thing people say.
Is Scrooge McDucking his way through his dollar bills?
Woo!
Woo!
Well, great. Now the audience is going to hate us. Good job.
No, you're not.
I apologize for these two morons.
Hey, I'm not. I have a girlfriend. Because
that doesn't help your stupidity levels.
It doesn't, does it? Damn it.
No, she does the thinking for you.
It's true. And not a very good job at it too.
So, nothing else?
Nah, I got nothing. Sounds like a good show.
So, would you watch this if you came across it?
I would, though it doesn't seem like I will.
Nah, not anymore.
When I'm visiting Brandon, I will watch it.
Brandon, me, by the way,
not you, not you,
other Brandon.
Yeah, not Yeah, of
Yeah,
course not. God, no.
Yeah, no, I'm just a figment of,
Maybe
everyone's imagination. It's
He's
fine.
not real. If you're hearing a
I'm
third
always
voice
with
in
you.
this podcast, seek help.
Maybe we need to classify the Brandons by numbers or letters, like last name, or I'm Brandon 1, he's Brandon 2.
Yeah, we'll come up with
I'm just
colors.
a ghost here. I'm just, this is just, electronic voice phenomena you're all hearing.
One of you is Tick, one of you is Talk,
Yep.
Isn't that from some book?
I
Someone in 5th grade will know.
don't know.
Probably.
There's 2 dogs, and it's like A Wrinkle in Time or some weird thing, and there's a dog named Tick and a dog named Talk. No, it's not Japanese, though.
Nope.
Sounds like it.
Oh.
I got nothing.
I'll Google it later.
Yeah.
I don't have to remember.
And if you
things
don't,
'cause
you'll
I
kick
can
yourself
Google
and
it.
you remember it later tonight.
Yeah, no, that's probably not going to happen. I'll just forget more things later tonight.
Age is catching up with you. You're forgetting
I'll
everything.
just forget that I thought of that. That's what's going to happen.
You'll wake up one morning. Why is this ring on my finger?
Who the hell are you? Oh, it's a mirror. Okay. Whew.
I married myself.
That's the goal. That's a bad goal.
Depends. Are you able to reproduce asexually?
I can't prove that I'm not.
Well, there you go. Maybe it's not such a bad thing.
There we go. Hey, I always have my cat Louie, That was so disapproving for Brandon.
I didn't want to go out full out, oh, because that would be like weird. So I just was like,
Wait,
I mean, I'm not going to take this to a dark place. I could very easily take this to a
Is
dark
it-
place, but I won't.
hey, reproducing with my cat is not dark. That's love. All right?
Is it that?
We're talking about
Hey,
love.
look.
Is it
All
that?
right,
like,
I don't
guy
judge.
Ferengi's Dark Place. I know I like messed up his name, but there was this like a British series called Dark Place.
It sounds familiar. I don't know that I've seen it,
Okay, but we're getting way off topic from anime. Hey, maybe that's what we do all the time. Maybe we'll be talking about chicken con carne for like 30 minutes. Hey, tune in next time for more Let's Talk About Chicken con carne.
Agreed.
Yes, so,
That sounds like a great
Sounds
anime.
delicious.
wait, wasn't there like evil con carne now? But, yeah, from like Billy and Mandy. Ugh, I hate that show.
I mean, they separated the shows eventually, and then Evil Con Carne died out because it wasn't as good.
But that's
Drama.
enough about that. So, Brandon 1 signing off.
Other Brandon, I'll leave your thoughts. You know you.
I left hours ago. This is all pre-recorded.
And see you next time on Brandon's Discuss Anime.
Yay.
Woo.